Mighty good, mighty good. I love barbecue.
Barbecue TV.
We'd like to welcome Barbecue TV to the first annual first annual Roman River roast on the river. We're doing if you can see behind us, we had been a great crowd. It goes to a good cause. We started planning this event about 8 to 10 months ago. A lot of us are barbecue fans, and of course watch Barbecue TV and some different shows and have some interest in it. So it was a great opportunity for us to do a fundraiser also to help benefit our Challenger Sports program with the Rome Recreation Authority, and also do things for needy kids in Floyd County. A lot of the kids, you know, at this time in their lives, sports is a great outlet, and some of them don't have the money to pay their fees. Well, things like this help us support those type programs here at the Rome Floyd Recreation Authority. We've had a joint community effort between Rome and Floyd County is anything that goes on, you can count on folks from different areas. We've got our sheriff Tim Burkhalter here, who's provided us with help with his volunteer organizations in regards to security. Lisa Nash has been our coordinator and done an outstanding job. And we're learning on the fly, and as we go around and talk to different vendors, they've gave us a lot of good advice on what we can do to improve. We want to make everybody happy, take care of the people, make sure they have a good time to where they'll be back to where this will just grow and grow. We also, you can hear some music in the background now. We've this weekend, past over a month or so, we've had a Battle of the Bands competition with our major sponsor, 95.3 The Ridge, and they did online voting with that, as well as coming to pick the bands at a local venue. When we got it down to the top 4, they played at a venue and took public voting, and then when we did that, it made everything, it just exploded in Rome and Floyd County at that point. All the fans have come out to support both the barbecue event and their friends in the band competition, which the top 4 will be playing today, and the other teams played last night, or bands played last night. So it's really turned into a great event. The weather's been absolutely gorgeous, as you know. That's the key to the whole thing. So we just want to thank this wide range. Stubbs Barbecue, it's been our major sponsor. 95.3 The Ridge, Floyd Medical Center, Sheriff Tim Burkhalter and the Sheriff's Posse here in town, and just had a great weekend, and we invite anybody to come to it next year and put it on your calendar. Hopefully this same weekend. We've plugged this in. It works for, I think, both the trail and the guys that have been involved. So we actually had a waiting list on professional teams. We just didn't want to get too big to where we couldn't take care of folks and for our first year. But we're looking forward to it expanding and growing and adding more opportunities for folks.
All right. On entry number 1, what I really liked about it, the appearance was very uniform for every piece. Taste on it, what I liked about it, it was flavorful. However, it was a little salty. On 2, appearance was good and had a nice texture to it, tenderness. It was very good in flavor. Number 3, what I liked about it, it did have a good flavor. However, it was a little smoky. Obviously, it had been smoked a little bit too long. Texture was a little bit mushy. So that would make sense for why it was a little smoky. It was on there for a little long. And then number 4 had a really good texture. Very, very sweet, though. Flavor was sweet. It was good, but it was almost too sweet for me. So, all right.
Do we just keep going? Okay. On the entree number 1, for me, the edges were just a little bit tough. That was really the only thing that I found that was negative on entry number 1. Entry number 2, I thought was very good. Entry number 3 was a little bit soft. Maybe it had been overcooked a little bit. Number 4 overall was probably the one that I liked the best. I thought the consistency, that was cooked all the way through. It was tender all the way through, and the barbecue sauce I thought was right on.
Entry number 1 was, again, the edges were a little bit tough, but considering what it was, the sauce, I think, was right on, and the skin was done well. Entry number 2, very well. The appearance was very consistent. There wasn't enough of it for me. Your portion is a little small. Entry number 3 was a strong pepper. There was a lot of pepper in there, and again a little mushy. Entry number 4, the sauce was good, but a little overpowering for the portion that you had. It was a little sticky and a little overpowering for me.
Number 1, I thought was the best. It had the best sauce, and it was good and tender. Number 2 was a little dry. Number 3 had a little too much pepper, and number 4 just didn't come up to the standards of number 1.
I'm a little different on number 1. I liked the skin. I thought it was very easy to bite into and came off nice. Nice sauce. But I didn't like I thought there was a little bit too much in a brine. I thought it was really salty, and they could tone that down. Number 2 was very dry for me, and you take one bite and you can see the feathering of how dry that it was. Number 3, I thought was nice. I like the taste. I like a little pepper, but the skin was really thick, and that was also hard to take a bite on. 4, I thought that was very tender. I thought the sauce was a little sweet. There wasn't anything to kind of balance that sweetness. If there had been some acidity, it would have helped. And also that skin was very hard to take. When you took a bite, you almost took the whole skin off, and it really kind of took away from the other presence.
With number 1, it probably overall was my favorite. It was a good tender piece. The skin was a little bit tough, but it was good and tender and had a pretty good taste to it. They included looked like some chopped chicken or almost like pulled chicken with it, which had a good smoky taste to it. Kind of pushed the taste over the top. That probably helped their score in my mind. The second one was a little dry. It had a very good taste to it. Nice and smoky, sweet, but it was just a little dry for my taste. The third one, to me, was I believe that's the one that was just the driest of the 4. And the final one was number 4. That was probably my second favorite overall. The skin, like number 1, the skin was a little tough, but it did have a good taste, and it was. It was nice and tender. So overall, it was a pretty good batch of chicken compared to some of the other competitions.